You ain't never had a friend like me. Was 2019's live-action Aladdin awesome? Is it worth checking out? Let's talk about it. Welcome to Durbania. I'm Durbin, and this is my spoiler-free review for Aladdin, the live-action adaptation. So was it good? Is it worth checking out? Yeah, I think so. I mean, I gave it a B-, kind of like what I gave Brightburn in my last review. I gave it a B- because now that I've seen it, it's not one of those movies that I watched and utterly fell in love with, and now I have to run out there and see it again. Like, I don't feel that way, but I was surprised that I enjoyed it a bit more than I thought I was going to. Now, one of my big concerns going into this movie was in the trailers, just like Aladdin and Jafar never really won me over. And in the movie, Aladdin and Jafar never really won me over. And it was kind of hard, especially for me at the very beginning as we're diving into the first song, and you have Jasmine there, and she's in disguise, and you have Aladdin, and they're running through the city, and they're singing that awesome song that opened the movie. It's like, you know, it just felt like there was a lack of energy to it. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. There was a certain charisma, it just kind of felt like they were doing the motions, and they were doing the motions correct, but there was this lack of energy to the performance in the beginning, and really that's what I felt like all the way until Will Smith finally shows up as the genie. It just felt like there wasn't a whole lot of charisma going on, there wasn't a whole lot of chemistry, and so it wasn't really working that well for me. But then when Will Smith shows up and you have the genie and he kind of brings his charisma and his life to it, it's like suddenly I felt like Aladdin had something to play off of. And so I feel like it took him and it brought him to life a little bit. And so in that way, I had a little bit more fun, especially in some of the dance numbers and stuff, and the genie's kind of controlling Aladdin. And so like, there's some really cool moments between Aladdin and Genie. So I feel like as soon as he showed up, it kind of made things better. What I liked too was Will Smith played his own genie. I didn't feel like I was watching this and he's trying to be Robin Williams and bring the Robin Williams energy that Robin Williams brought to that role back in 1992. He played his own genie and he had his own take on it, and it fit Will Smith.
Do we need the top knot?
That's my little cherry on top.
And so it again takes the character Genie and it makes him a lovable character and a fun character and a character that you just kind of get attached to right away. And then as Aladdin was coming to life, because he had the genie to play off of, it kind of took Jasmine and brought her to life. And so I kind of felt like as soon as that chemistry got added to the mix, it started to bring some things to life. Except Jafar. I liked Iago. I thought that was probably one of my favorite characters in the whole movie, but I don't know. Jafar just never won me over. I never saw him as a villain to fear. I never felt threatened by that guy. Never felt threatened by his presence. Never felt like he's the evil thing that must be thwarted. It just kind of felt like going through the motions with Jafar. It's like, okay, he's the bad guy. Yep, the bad thing happens. Yep, he gets some power. And yep, we're gonna go ahead and save the day. And so that's just what it felt like to me. Like, Jafar never got that life. Now that said, overall, it is a fun movie. So will your kids enjoy it? My theater was full of kids, and they all seemed to enjoy it. Except for the toddler that was sitting a couple seats down. He said, "Mommy, is it over? Is it over?" during one of Jasmine's songs. And so it was like, okay, I guess, you know, if you're really, really young, maybe it's not enough to hold your full attention, but it seemed like the other older kids that were in the theater were enjoying the movie and having a good time. Some of the new songs, like Jasmine was the one that sang all the new songs. They gave her some more stuff to do. It like wasn't bad. It just didn't strike me as anything special, so I don't even have too much to say about that. So as a whole, I thought the movie was entertaining, especially when Will Smith shows off as the genie, kind of adds that chemistry to the mix and gives Jasmine and Aladdin something to play off of. I feel like it kind of brought things back to life. So I did overall enjoy the movie. I was entertained by it. They did a good job with the music. It was fun. I do wish they let a little bit more of that Guy Ritchie style in here, since he's the director and I like his style with Sherlock and King Arthur, so it would have been cool if they kind of just let more of his style shine through, because I feel like it really could have worked well with this. But as a whole, it was entertaining, so B-. If you saw Aladdin this weekend, what did you think? Let's talk about that in the comments. And while you're there, hit that subscribe button to become a Durbanian, and hit the bell by the subscribe button so you're notified for my next movie review, trailer reaction, ranking video, theological analysis, or anything else I do here. I'm Durbin. Thanks for checking out Durbania.